Hi there, guys. It's Chris back again, and today it is my continued review on the Eleaf LOS tank, and this is the second coil that comes in the box. This is the zero point 0.4 ohm, sorry, zero point 0.3 ohm, 40 to 110 watts rated coil head. The first one I got on pretty well with, although I kind of burn it out. That was kind of my fault. I didn't lock the device when it was in my pocket when I was on the bus home, and it kind of sizzled away, and it smelt really bad. A few people smelt it. They didn't give me a very nice look. And yeah, so hopefully I'm going to have a better time with this. But that, before that, that issue, the coil was really good. It was fine, to be honest. But with this one, I started today straight out of the box, and yeah, I've gone through. This is 1.5 tanks so far that I've gone through, and I find this has actually got less break-in period than the first coil that comes pre-installed. So yeah, let's. I've got some. I've got some overloaded. Sorry, I had some overloaded in this. I put a tank, one tank through, and now I'm using. So it's a little bit of a mix. They're similar kind of flavors, desserty flavors. This is Pink Muffin by Big ML Club. And yeah, this is like a raspberry, and that was a blueberry. So to be honest, I quite like the flavor mix anyway. And they're both, yeah, desserty. And so far, let's have a go. That's a that's at 80 watts. I did find, well, this is quite a wide spread. 40 to 110. That's a big range. At 40 watts, I didn't really get any sort of flavor. And actually, because I when I primed the coil after then loading it with the liquid, filling it up, I did notice there was quite a lot of flooding in the coil happening, so I got a lot of spit back at 40 watts. So I had to bump that up 50 watts. Not really much was happening either. I found 70 it started to pick up, and I took it all the way up to, I was going in 10 watt increments, and 110 watts, there was no sign of any dryness or dry hit or anything like that. So, but I do find, at 80 to 90 watts. 90 is a bit warmer, but the flavor is still pretty much as good with 80 as it is 90. But I'm just saving battery life and going, I'm not going through the e-liquid slower. So yeah, I do believe, what's the point of running it so high? The longevity is not going to be as good. And yeah, so why not just vape it at 80 watts? That's my recommended, wattage for this coil. And you can do whatever you want. To be honest, you could probably go higher than 110 watts, and it probably won't dry hit. It might, be okay at 120, 130. But I just don't want to risk it. And the airflow on this coil head is smooth. It's still got a hint of restriction there. It's not, super wide open, but yeah, it's definitely it's very flavorful. Although what I found quite weird is that they rated this in the box because they have this little card that says flavoring cloud like production, and like it's a little rating like 4 out of 5 or whatever. Saying this one, actually they're saying this has got less flavor than the other core head. But I find the flavor on this is maybe a touch better, to be honest. And they're saying this one has 5 out of 5 on cloud production. But I think cloud production, okay, because you can take up the wattage higher on this core than that one, and for sure, because that one started getting drier. It's like highest rated on the coil head. I think that one was 80 watts. I think that was I think it's 40 to 80, and that was actually a zero point 0.2 resistance, where this is a 0.3. And both of them, I believe, they have that hint of restriction, both of them, and they're still smooth. So the actual underneath the coil, like where the positive like connection is to the 510, is, I think it's the exact same like construction, because obviously that's what really determines how airy a coil head is going to be. Is not so much this. Okay, yeah, you can make that wider. I suppose it will inlet more air, but it's really down to the actual the positive connection, how what you see like Smock TFE12, like the first ever one they made had great huge hole, like gaping hole, and it had a bloody side airflow or bottom airflow wide enough to like a wide garage door you could park your car in it, sort of thing. It was huge. But this one, is still, it's a wide airflow. It's not, compared to say the intakes. Okay, this is an RTA top airflow, but you can see that is wider for sure. Sorry, that's not. Let me. There you go. It's still that is still for sure wider. I mean, the intakes. I don't know. I was going to say it looks a bit taller in height, but I don't think it is. I feel like this is definitely similar, but the intake is there's not much in it. This is slightly more airy, but not much compared to the intake. So if you guys got an intake wide open, there's not much difference. I mean, I used to have the old Serpent, the Suck My Mod, the original Serpent, not the new Serpent Elevate, not that one. But yeah, I feel that's very, close. If you know what that's like, then this is, it's pretty much not much between it. There's not much in it. So yeah, guys, that was just my quick review on the other coil head that you get, the HW4 coil head by Eleaf in the LOS tank. So yeah, guys, if you want to subscribe, um, give it a likes or a dislikes, up to you. And yeah, guys, I'll be planning some more reviews and yeah, showing them off very soon. So have a nice day and take care, guys.